What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Griffin Brewery, aka the Fuller's Griffin Brewery, and they are out of London, England, over in the UK, and this is their Fuller's London Pride. So on the label, they're calling this one an outstanding amber ale, and I believe this used to be classified as an English bitter. It comes in at 4.7% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs at the time of review. I don't know exactly how old this bottle is, but it does have a best by date of July 1st of 2025. Considering I'm reviewing this one in mid to late February of 2025, we should be more than good to go according to the brewery. So full disclosure, I've had this one before numerous times, but like many classic beers that I've reviewed on my channel, it's been quite a while. I want to say the last time I had this one was mid to late 2010, so I'm going to say 8 to 10 years ago, and I remember enjoying it. However, my favorite from Fuller's is their London Porter and their Vintage Ale. However, unfortunately, here in the Buffalo, New York area, we do not see London Porter anymore. We do not see the Vintage Ale. This is the only beer I can find from Fuller's, which is an absolute disappointment beyond belief because both of those beers are fantastic. So I thought I would grab this one and review it before it left the area because I have reviewed the other two before. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is just like an English bitter. And yeah, I'm here for it. Now, I'm pretty sure based on what I see on the back that Asahi, I believe, bought them. I don't know how long ago, but it's been quite a while, I believe. And I don't know if they've like tweaked the recipe or changed it, like so many breweries have their recipes changed when a bigger conglomerate buys them. So if anyone can speak to that, please post in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. I remember a couple people saying they've kind of like left this one alone. Hopefully that's the case. I don't know. I won't be able to speak to that because I haven't had this one in 8 to 10 years. So I don't remember too much about it other than enjoying it. So we're going to use like this pub style glass because why not? And we're going to give it a pour. Also, I believe the cask version in the UK is 4.1. I don't know if they also are 4.1 if they come in bottles over there. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that because it is definitely 4.7. And I'll show you on the back of the label here. It is 100% 4.7. I don't know if you can read that, but yeah, it's 4.7 for sure. So we'll throw this over here, and yeah, so I'll do a little bit of a swirl here. As you can see, that has a beautiful, like, I don't know what you would call that color-wise, but it has like this golden orange color. It looks absolutely fantastic. As you can see on the camera, it looks beautiful, has nice carbonation bubbles streaming up, so it has a nice, like, you know, mild to moderate carbonation kind of look to it. Had about a finger of an off-white, somewhat creamy looking head. As you can see, it's kind of already producing the glass lacing, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, it looks like a classic, like, English bitter you would get and drink on cask by the pint until your heart's desire. Anyway, let's get a nose. Yeah, it's exactly what I would think it is. So it has a lot of like biscuity, bready kind of malt character. There's a ton of dried fruit. To me, like a dried, like a lighter fruit, like a dried apricot maybe. Like a dried golden raisin. There's a nice little zesty orange in here as well. Slight nuttiness. Almost like orange marmalade on top of like like a toasted biscuit. Or even like a toasted muffin. It's a bit of like an earthy kind of floral hop note. Maybe a touch of like herbaceousness. Yeah, this smells like definitely a beer you would, you know, just drink by the pint on cask, like without question. It smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Very easy going. Now, I remember I can't remember where I read this, but they do say outstanding amber ale or call it an amber ale now. I remember saying that like some breweries in England, and I guess just in general, are kind of trying to shy away from calling them bitters or like best bitters or ESBs, extra strong bitters, extra special bitters, because with like the newer generation, the word bitter scares them. And listen, does this have some bitterness to it? It does. If you are somebody who's getting into beer and you hear that that is an English bitter or this is an extra special bitter, you're probably going to run for the hills because you're just going to be like, no, there's no way I'm drinking a super bitter beer. It's really not. But yeah, I can see why they kind of just call it an amber ale. And I guess this is amber-esque. Yeah, you know what? Joe, you're an idiot. That definitely has an amber color, we'll say. For sure. This is more of an amber color than anything. I was like, I don't know what color I would call it. Amber, Joe. Golden orange, amber. Body's nice. It's like medium body, maybe a touch over. 4.7. You could call this full bodied for the style. The mouthfeel has a nice carbonation, mild to moderate. Obviously, you get it on cask. It's not going to be like that. I am drinking this, like probably, I wouldn't say quite room temperature, but it's definitely not straight out of my fridge. Let's just say that. So it has like a cool but not cold kind of feeling to the beer. But the mouthfeel, it has a nice crisp kind of quality, but it's more smooth than anything. Maybe a touch of creaminess. Very easy to drink. Quite clean, has that slightly lingering kind of bitterness to it, but the nose did carry over almost to a T. I would go with that orange marmalade on like a toasted, slightly toasted like biscuit or muffin. Like it kind of has that realm, so I'm getting orange, both sweet, zesty, pithy, somewhat bittering. There is that biscuity, bready kind of malt character on top of it. Again, the dried fruits I'm also getting is like an apricot, again, a golden raisin, something in that realm. And that's like the first 2/3 of the palate. And then as it goes towards the finish, I start getting this, again, I would say more of a floral earthiness. It's mild to moderately bitter, semi to full-on dry. It's more approaching full-on dry and more of a moderate bitterness, but it is pretty well balanced because there is a big blast of that malty, sweet goodness at the forefront. But it's balanced out quite well on the finish. 4.7%, I can't tell. Like, it's a sub 5% beer. I am getting absolutely no alcohol. If you're somebody who just drinks like American Light Lager or someone, this might be a little bit strong for you. But for a normal craft beer drinker or in the UK real ale drinker, like, you're not gonna taste the alcohol. Yeah, drinking this on cask probably would be an experience. If I ever get over to the UK, I would love to drink so many classic UK beers on cask, but also all the good hype stuff or whatever like local hype cask beers are there. I would just give me pint after pint. It would be a lot of fun. But this beer is really well made for what it is. English bitters are not my favorite style. I guess like English bitters, and then you say like English pale ales, whatever like lower ABV paler ales like this. For me, they're never my favorite. Give me like a dark mild over like a regular mild. Give me things of that nature, like an English brown ale. Those are more my speed and my jam. But I can't deny that the quality I feel is pretty good here. Now again, I can't speak to what it was before Asahi bought it or if this has fallen off over the years. But what's in my glass is pretty damn enjoyable. It's not amazing, but it's enjoyable. Yeah, I'm gonna drink the rest of that probably in like 5-10 minutes as I turn off the camera. So I'm glad I picked this one up. This is the last shelfie beer I'm reviewing for the month of February 2025, and I think we ended on a classic good beer. This is the Griffin Brewery, Chiswick, England, or London in England. This is 11.2 fluid ounce bottle. Anyway, rating. I'm not going to go crazy high on this one, if I'm just being honest with you, but I'm going to give it a solid 2. Pretty much this beer is good, and that's where I'll leave it. So Fuller's London Pride, I am going to give this a 4 out of 5. Yeah, we'll do 4 out of 5. I think that's a fair score for what this beer is, if I'm being honest with you guys. 4 out of 5 all day long. Price point availability. 4 packs in my neck of the woods, $9.99. So you're talking $2.50 for that bottle, imported, the whole 9. I'm fine with that. If it's a bit more expensive where you are, I'd probably pay up to maybe like $12 for a 4-pack. Like up to like maybe like $3 a bottle, something like that. And then availability, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. If anything, it feels like Fuller's is pulling out of the U.S. or at the very least pulling out of New York State, because we used to see this. Their the London Porter, the Vintage Ale, their Imperial Stout, I think. Whatever the name of the honey beer is that they do, like the honeydew beer. We used to see quite a few. Or I could go over to Canada, which I'm about 15-20 minutes from the Ontario border. And in the LCBO there, they would have ones that I couldn't get here. And I just haven't been up there. So maybe next time I'm up there, I'll see if they have the London Porter or anything else. I'm just disappointed that I can't get the London Porter and or the Vintage Ale. Absolute bummer. So I don't really know with availability as far as the U.S. goes. I just know here in Buffalo, it's fading away, and that is disappointing. So please post in the comment section if you have any information, again, on anything I talked about in this review. I would love to hear from you, especially some of the UK guys over there, both viewers and fellow beer tubers. What do you guys think about this beer? Like I said, it's a 4 out of 5. This is a damn solid, good English bitter, or you want an outstanding amber ale, whatever you want to refer to it as. It's not blowing my socks off, but I do appreciate these styles and beers like this more than I did 8 to 10 years ago. When I had this probably in the mid-2010s, or when I had it for the first time like in the early 2010s, I was probably like, oh, whatever, it's not that great, just a beer or whatever. I appreciate these styles now. I'm sure there's way better beers in this style in the UK, but for what we get imported here into the US, I think this is pretty damn good. So I'm gonna shut this one down. Hopefully in March we bring back the shelfie beer reviews, but this is the last one for the month of February. And yeah, I'm gonna shut this one down. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. Like I said, very well balanced, can't taste the alcohol, and just really nice. Cheers.